Hi, this is your Bhuvan, and today we are going to see how to create a basic iOS application using Xcode and Swift 3.0. And here I'm going to start from the basic, like how to get an Xcode and how to start coding. And this is basically for the beginners. First, take your Mac, and we need a Mac, or you can just even rent some Mac as a virtual machine, or you can even install the VM of Mac in your Windows PC, and you can do that. So just go to your app store, and in the right top search as Xcode, click on enter. So you will get the various apps which are available, and if you see, there will be an app with this logo with blue color and the hammer which says as Xcode developer tools, and which is under the essential category. So I'm going to click on to this app, and this is an IDE which is used to create all the mobile application, where this is used to create the app for iPhone, iPad, watch, Mac, everything. So I already have installed this Xcode application in my MacBook. So it asks for an update. So if you have a new one, then it will ask for the installation option. Just you want to click and install, and it's all set. It will be available in your launchpad. So here in MacBook, if you see, the launchpad is the main one, which is equivalent to a Windows start menu, where you can find all the apps. It is like your home button. Okay, so click on to that launchpad, and you have search. In search, you can just type whatever you want. The app which you have installed will be available here. So my Xcode is already installed. So I'm going to open my Xcode here, and I will reduce this for my comfortness. Now I'm going to create a new application. So just any of the sample application. So like this you can open, or else if you click on to your Xcode, you can see the menu bar here which belongs to the Xcode. So I'm using Xcode version 8.2, and if you click on to file, you will get an option. So you can go to project, new project, and you can also see the shortcuts here. So just click on to the project, and we are going to create a single view application that is based on the application which you are going to create. You can select the application type, if that is a gaming, or it is a tab based application, or some iMessenger type iMessage application, or sticker pack, or the basic frameworks which you use, all those things. So I'm going to start with the simple one which is for iOS, and here also you have the various types like watch OS and TV OS, Mac OS. If you are even creating some application which is for the cross platform support, then you can click on to this. As I told, it is very basic application, so I selected iOS here and single view. Click on the next button, and here if you see, I'm going to create a name for this, sample hello world, and this is the team, like whatever team you want an basic Apple account which you can create in the Apple website, and using that Apple account you will be registering to your MacBook. So whatever your, like, it is kind of admin account. So if you have guest account also, it can be created and it can be merged here. So all other things I'm just leaving a sample. And if you see here, I have language. So you have two things, one is Swift and Objective C. In this example, I'm going to show a basic Swift program. Okay, hello world program. And this is devices, like iOS applications can be created for the two set of devices, one for various sizes of or the flavors of iPhones, and other one is for the iPad. So when you click on to universal, a single app will serve for both the things, whereas for iPhone and iPad you want to make some changes only with the UI part, and all the other things sets the same. The app will be the same, and the code logic, everything will be the same. And if you want to make use of some default available libraries, Then you want to click for core data, or this core data is basically to make some data management, or to say load some data, or to maintain some data internally into the app. And this unit test and UI test are basically the developer based test. So once you are done with your application, you can execute these kind of unit test and UI test to see where your application stand, and to have a bug free application. So since it is very basic project, I'm not including all those things. What will happen when you include all these things? When you check for core data, or unit test, or include UI test, these projects or these reference libraries will be added into your application. So which will provide you more sophisticated support for application what you develop. So I'm not going to select any of this. I'm just clicking on next, and it is just asking for some location. I selected for the basic mobile Apple samples. And if you have a Git record, like Git repository, you can also add Git server. So whatever you create here will be automatically updated to your GitHub if you have. If not, you can just save to your local computer. Later point of time, you can even try to move all the projects to the server, or the continuous integrations tool, whatever you have. So yeah, we are all set. So now an application has been created, and we can see some set of files here, and all these records here. So you have various tabs, and it is very simple and easy understandable. And general is the place which gives you the bundle identifier. Bundle identifier is something which is a unique name that is given for your project, the application. This will be considered when you are going to launch this application in your app store. That will be the final part when you create a basic app. And if you want to make it available for all the users in the world, then you have to upload that, deploy the app to App Store. So Apple App Store take care of this bundle identifier, which is a unique name given for your app, and based on this, it will just distribute your app. And here is that account what you used already, and here is the deployment info, like which versions of iOS you want to support. So iOS, the operating system of Mac, which will support various versions, but right now iPhone 4S has iOS support of 9. After that, they have just stopped for the update of version. So till the latest version or the backend compatibility, whatever you want, you can just select all those things. And here are the various things. If you see the left side menu, there is something called as app delegate.swift. So this is a delegate which is created by default, and I never wrote any of the codings here. So this is all to control your application. Let's see this in other versions, like in upcoming sessions. And view controller. View controller is the main controller, as if like where you will for have the codes for the UI. And main.storyboard. Okay, storyboard. So in the real world application, or in the real world scenario, where you will write all your stories and the main things happens, right? So that is called as a storyboard. Same thing with the iOS application. When you see here, the main.storyboard is the place where you have a view controller. So this is something kind of a front end. And if you see, this front end is connected with a view controller, which is a extension of Swift file, view controller.swift. So this is your backend. So I'm just giving you a highlight of what and very basic information. So this is just a startup. So later you can understand many things. This is launch screen. Launch screen is like a splash screen. When you launch your application, you want to show something. So all these informations can be shown here. Say for example, whenever an application is loading, you want to show your company logo or something, you can load it on the splash screen. And info.plist, this is a list where various informations can be stored, and it also can be used as a resource file, where you can configuration file kind of things. You can have some configuration entry which will be used in your application. And this products, it is just the main application. If you are added that core data or unit testing, like these folders, different subfolders will be created which will have their own framework. And here, if you see, we have this left dock and down one and the right hand one. So this will give you various options. So it is like the place where you can see all your file listed and the application listed, and your various options here to search any of the content in the file. And also you have warnings and build and runtime warnings will be shown here, and all this information. And this down one, it's kind of a console. Whatever operation is happening in your iOS application, all those things will be loaded here. So for debugging all, it will be very helpful. And this right hand one, it is like a control where it is a panel to maintain all your controls. So say for example in splash screen, I want to have a welcome message. So here I will have various controls. Okay. So right now I can pull a label. It is just so easy, drag and drops. And I want to set some style for this label. So I will have this option. So this panel will be available when you click on to this right top option. So here you can go here. So colors can be modified. I'm having a red color or a purple color, and just like that, instead of label I can say welcome, and size I can just increase to some size. Click here. This plus is used to zoom in. Okay, can you see this? So I got my welcome on the splash screen. Okay, so here I have option for in product. You have an option called as run and also build. Okay, so I'm going to build first. If build is successful, you will get a message like build succeeded. If not, the failed build will be shown. So now build is succeeded. We also got a pop-up. So I don't want this console, so I'm just clicking to make it look comfortable. So this is only I'm working on launch screen. Okay, so I'm clicking here, which is equivalent to a run. So now before executing the application, it will make one build and then it will run. So it shows us running sample hello world on iPhone 7 Plus. So when you install Xcode, automatically you will get an application called as simulator. So the iPhone simulator will automatically launch us, where that simulator is an app where you can see all the iPhone related things, like whatever you execute, right, that code will be executed. It is like a window. Okay, so here I have my simulator, which can also, I already added this in my dock, so I just like that shown. Okay, if not, it will be available from the launchpad. You can just log to your dock. Okay, so see, I made a skip in my dock, so it is always available for me here. Okay, so why this is blank? Because nothing is there in my storyboard, so this is blank. So let me close this and execute one more time. See, this is my iPhone. Welcome. Can you see this welcome? Okay. Uh, I can hear you that the view is very small, so I want to increase the size. Yeah, you can click on to the simulator, go to window, go to scale and make it to 75 percentage. It's all set. Or you want to reduce? Okay, go to 50 percentage. That's it. So here if you see, after stopping, you can select size of iPhone what you want or iPad what you want. I selected iPhone 7 Plus. If you want, you can select for any iPad or any other devices. If you have a physical device with you, you can even connect with the USB port, and those devices will be displayed here. You can just click on to the device. So automatically this application will run on your iPhone or iPad devices which is connected. So let me show once again. Splash screen is when the application loads. So when splash screen goes, it will go for your main application. Just to differentiate, what I will do, I will give color, background color for the splash screen. Okay, background color, let me make it as some light green color, and I am making this middle. Okay, next my main storyboard. Main storyboard, again same thing. I'm just pulling a label. Let me extend the size of this label. I'm going to fix some color for this label, and also obviously let me increase the font size. Here you have various options like bold, italics, whatever you want you can do. Here I will say as hello Bhuvan. You want to align this, you can align everywhere. So this is called as view, and this is the label in the view. View is something like background, what we call it as a web page or something like that. So you can even select some color for this view. If you want, you can have the same color, or you can have some whatever color you want. So I will have light yellow. Is that fine? Okay. So let's see what it happens when I click on to start. So simulator get loaded. First it should show me the splash screen. Can you see build succeeded? And splash screen which shows welcome. Then my yellow screen which says as hello Bhuvan. One more time. Yeah, sure. I will execute. See, just first it will show the launch screen which is equivalent to a splash screen, and next one hello Bhuvan. Can you see? And that's it. So right now you know how to download and install an Xcode and to create a very basic app. And this is going to be a series of sessions where you can get expertise with iPhone and iPad programming, and I will guarantee you that I will give you the quality material. Thanks for your support. Bye bye.